Whether the idea of establishing a University of Warsaw was to be attractive for Polish young people depended to a great extent on its lecturers. As it soon turned out, the founding fathers selected the academic staff exceptionally well. Intellectually, it was a university created by the people who made an enormous contribution to Polish culture, independently of their involvement with the university.
Kultury polskiej nieprawdopodobny zupełnie wkład, niezależnie zupełnie od uniwersytetu.
It was a team of outstanding individuals, outstanding scientists and academics. The teaching staff was joined by true celebrities, blessed with great educational talent. This was a team that included, for example, Fryderyk Skarbek, a great economist who introduced the ideas of Adam Smith into Poland. In France, he was regarded as one of the leading European economists. The role of the first among equals fell to Father Wojciech Szwajkowski, who took up the post of rector. He was a man of great stature in terms of his moral authority and his authority in the community. He was able to keep the university as one cohesive structure, to lead its professors. He was an interesting personality, someone who was deeply aware of the direction the university should take, that the university should be engaged in scientific activities. There was a clear vision, that is certain. Born in Maków Mazowiecki, Wojciech Szwajkowski followed a path that led to the rector's chair of the university, passing through the Order of the Piarists and then studies in Berlin. A particularly significant stage on this path was his stay in Berlin in 1802.
Był pobyt w Niemczech, w Berlinie w 1802 roku przez władze pruskie, wtedy północne
Northern Mazowsze belonged to Prussia at the time, and the Prussian authorities sent Reverend Wojciech Szwajkowski to Berlin, where he was to spend more than a year participating in the work of the emerging University of Berlin, attending lectures and observing the educational system.
Przyglądał się, jak wygląda system edukacji.
When we read the lecture that Rector Szwajkowski delivered at the opening of the university at Holy Cross Church, it is evident that he was aware that an academic institution was being created. It was an extraordinary speech because he spoke about the dignity of science and of the great scientific discoveries to professors, hardly any of whom worked as a scientist. So in fact, he was not speaking to them, he was speaking to the future, as if he was speaking to us. He had a feeling that the university was to become a real scientific institution. It is evident that subsequent generations correctly interpreted the message of the first rector. The university, often despite unfavorable political situations, developed continuously. Sometimes it was possible thanks to the families of future rectors. My great-great-grandfather, Jan Węgleński, was a minister of the treasury in the Kingdom of Poland. I read in the history of the university that he allocated 20,000 rubles to the emerging establishment. So that was the first connection. But I also read in a book written by our outstanding historian, Professor Kieniewicz, that another Węgleński, Franciszek, who was in the White Party in the local area just before the January uprising, spoke in the Kazimierz Palace to an audience of 1,500.
Jak pisze Kieniewicz, do 1500 osób i
and that he was very articulate. So these are my historical and family connections with the university. Moreover, my brother was the dean of the Department of Philosophy and Sociology. Our family is well established at the university. Not surprisingly, the spirit and atmosphere of the University of Warsaw captivates even those who lectured at the greatest universities of the world. This is a historical set of buildings which comprises an extraordinary artistic and historical quality. That's why I think I may have seen places more beautiful, but lacking the spirit. They were all neo-Gothic, neo-Baroque, neo-classicist, specially designed for different universities, while here there is a historical unity from the 17th and 21st century. Someone who spends most of their time in a laboratory as a chemist comes to the historical campus of the Warsaw University, walks among these buildings, and sees how rich and diverse it is, how many scientific disciplines are represented. But he can also see its history and understands that our generation did not appear in this world at the beginning of this university, but that its origins and traditions are much richer and much more deeply rooted many more years in the past. Such a walk across the central campus takes us back into the past to see what the university looked like at its foundation, to uncover the traces of Chopin, who lived here on the campus, to uncover the traces of many other people, to take a look at old photographs and see that the university has survived for many, many years and has developed for many, many years. To notice that we are part of this stream of history and to understand that over these 200 years a lot has been done at the university. Now, our task is to develop it even further and consider what university we would like to have in its third century.
Jaki uniwersytet chcielibyśmy mieć w trzecim stuleciu?